guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through Variadic functions, that is on 0, 1, 0 on the C. So before we dive onto the actual assignment, ensure that you as a promising programmer or the learner, ensure that you go through the materials that we have been provided with, go through all these. That is the standard arg.h, Variadic functions, and the constants keywords. Okay, now let's move to the next part, the general requirements. The requirements are as usual. You're supposed to use the VI, Vim, Emacs. Then you are supposed to compile your project using the GCC. Then the README file. Then, unlike the other previous assignment or the project that we did on the previous classes, you will find that we were using the main H. But for this one, we are going to use the Variadic function.h. The question are only 4 questions, that is from 0 to number 3. Okay, I've already prepared the code that you will need to solve all these questions. Okay, now let's start with the first part. For the first part, you are supposed to write a function that returns the sum of all its parameters. The prototype is this one, and if okay, so number 1, you need now to open your sandbox, of which I've done that. There goes my sandbox. Then let me see what I have. So I will use the ls for the listing. Then open my, according to the instruction, you are supposed to, your project should be on the ALX low level, and the first directory should be this one. Let me copy it right now. Okay, so let me open. Okay, use that one to complete the statement. Okay, let me see what is inside. So these are the directories that are inside my repo, ALX low level programming. They are around 20 or more than 20. But for this particular one, we are supposed to come up with a directory that is a 0 multiplied 10 Variadic function. Okay, so you use the command mkdir for make directory. mk stand for make, dir stand for directory. So the name of the directory, sorry, is a 00. So you paste your directory. Let me see whether it has already been created. So as you can see, we have already created the directory. So the next step is to open our directories. Therefore, we'll use the cd. Let me see whether there is anything inside my. So by using the ls, same that our directory is empty. Okay, let's go to the requirement. If you look at requirement number 3, you're supposed to create a readme file at the root of the folder of the project. So you use the vi, then readme.md. Then next step, I will use the insert. So I always prefer to use the name of the project that we are creating. Okay, escape :q. Having done that, let me see what has happened. You can see that we have already this one. Okay, next step is to, as per the requirement, we are supposed to, the prototype of your function and the prototype of the function char should be included. So copy this one, copy, then vi, then you paste, insert, then come and copy the code. I will share this one with you, so there's no worry of how to go about the whole thing. So copy, then paste. Okay, escape, WQ. Okay, now let's move now to number 0. You are supposed to write a function that returns the sum of all its parameters. So step number 1, as usual, you need now to create the file. The file, use the vi. Okay, insert. Now for number 0, this is the code that will give us the solution of that particular problem. So copy, then paste, escape, WQ. Okay, let's move to the next part. Our number 1, you are supposed to write a function that prints numbers followed by a new line. Okay, so as usual, create the file, insert, then copy this, escape, WQ. Next we have the VI. For number 2, you are supposed to write a function that prints the strings followed by a new line. So create the file name, this one, then the VI, then paste. This one was quite simple and also short, unlike the other assignment that we have done on the previous projects. So copy, then you paste as usual, escape, :WQ. Then the next part we have number 3, you are supposed to write a function that prints anything. So the name of the file, copy, then you sort, then you paste, escape, :WQ. Okay, having done that, the next part as usual is to compile our work, is to copy the main. Okay, so copy this one, copy the main C, insert. So copy this small code, escape, WQ. Then we have the copy this part. Okay. Okay, copy, then you paste. Then 3, we have this small part, copy, paste. Then number 0 is missing. Let me get it. This one, copy, insert. Okay, having done that, our last part is to compile our files using the GCC as per the instruction. And the last part, copy this. You don't have to worry about the codes. In fact, I'll share them on my video description. You don't have to worry about all these. Okay, having done that, let's move now to the final part where you git add. Then we have git commit and Variadic, then close. Then lastly we git push our projects, which is our last part. Okay, let me check whether we have done the correct thing. Before the checkers will be green, it means that we have done the correct procedure and our codes are 100% correct. Nice. As you can see, all the checkers are green, meaning that our projects is correct. Same on this one. Also on this one, the checkers. Then our last number, which is a beauty is a variable, ag length is constant. Okay, good. So it means that our assignment is 100% correct. So thank you guys for taking time to watch my video. In case you have any question which is disturbing you on this particular topic, don't forget to reach through to me through the comment section. I will go all the question and try to my level best to tackle the question that I will get on my comment section. Don't also forget to subscribe and also to like, and lastly share with your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day and a blessed one.